This is the IELTS listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions on what you hear.
Oh my goodness, guys, do you remember we were sitting like this and studying days and nights?
It was really difficult and I thought like I couldn't pass this exam, but I did. Look at me.
When I think in my place, it was my place, do you remember?
Oh, I'm so sorry. If you want, we can change our place.
We can, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hi, I am Jasmina.
Jasmina, how long have you been learning English?
Actually, 2 years. And it was really hard way for me to learn this language.
So, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Abbas. I'm a student of Let's Learn and I'm I've graduated recently and I took my IELTS certificate.
My name is Munisa. I'm a student. I was learning English in Let's Learn, and in that moment I learned not only English but also different things from life.
Thank you. So, hi. Hello.
Yeah, hello, how are you?
Finally, we're here.
Yes.
How long have you been waiting for this moment?
Actually, say from the beginning when I started learning say English for approximately a year and 9 months. So it's like an interview.
For this interview.
Yeah.
Let's introduce yourself first.
Sure. My name is Rihona. As you know, I'm an English learner for which I'm really proud of. And I'm a part of Let's Learn.
What's your name?
My name is Damir.
Dalia, how long have you been learning English?
Well, 1.5 years.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Aziza. I study at the 37 school and also I have extra classes, English, and also I'm a student of Let's Learn.
My name is Hamid Doston. If I'm not mistaken, almost a year I have been studying English.
Actually, everybody knows me, but again, my name is Asabek and I'm a student of Let's Learn. It was probably for 2 years I have been learning English.
My name is Abdulaziz. I'm 16. One of the main purposes of mine is to enter the university, which I want to enter. And now my priority is to prepare for the entrance exams.
Hello, my name is Shirin. Well, actually, I'm learning English in order to enter the university. And also, I want to get IELTS certificate maybe in June, because as soon as I get my passport, I will go and take an exam.
What was the hardest thing?
Study, because it was really hard and I didn't learn grammar very well, therefore IELTS for me was something really difficult.
So, if I'm not mistaken, you studied in the period of quarantine, right? How did it feel to study then, when everybody gave up?
Yes, it was challenging because we studied online and sometimes networking problem. And we are here with our certificate and we are looking to the future with we are looking for light future.
And you got your certificate, right?
Yeah.
What are you busy with these days?
After getting my certificate, nowadays I am allocating my time learning other subjects. Now I am participating 3 subjects.
Where did you start from this journey?
Well, I was introduced to a group. We have been learning present simple in the beginning, and then time passed. We moved together, and recently we have got the IELTS certificate, and now here.
You've been studying with one group all the time?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, how long have you been with Let's Learn?
Approximately for about 2 years. And that was a pleasure for me to study there because people who study there and who I know are really just kind and beautiful people. I love them very much.
And what is the most difficult part of learning English with this team?
I think it is speaking, because you should speak fluently and without mistakes.
And what was the most difficult moments?
So I think that learning vocabulary, because it took a good amount of time, and like I was a little bit lazy. Say I didn't have much time, and I would prefer to do something else rather than learning vocabulary.
I think you're the youngest member of IELTS learners.
Yes.
Right? How old are you?
I'm near to 50 years old.
15 years. What's your purpose to study?
Actually, I started English because my mom wanted me to just speak in English, but now learning English is my purpose. Like I want to go abroad and study in foreign university. So because of this, I'm learning English.
What was your expectation when you started IELTS? What was your purpose?
In the beginning, I didn't.
No IELTS, grammar, just grammar.
Just grammar. I didn't even want to study. I came there because of my father. He just made me. Literally, he made me study, and due to him, I just started learning. In the beginning, I didn't like the lesson at all because everybody was talking in English. Even the teacher who just taught me was talking in English, and I could hardly understand them. But after some times, having been familiar with the English and having got broadened horizon, I just understood that the life is connected to English.
And what's the most difficult part of learning English for you, personally?
Regarding to me, I would say that vocabulary is crucial, and it is the most difficult part of learning. And moreover, I think that writing is as well.
And who do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
I see myself working as a beneficial person for the government as well as for our population, for people.
You have been studying with different groups, right?
Yeah.
And how much is the role of the team that you learn together?
Well, I think that having a team is really crucial. And since I have been learning English, I just studied with maybe 3 groups. And I think that the group should be just, all members should be just active in order to learn something efficiently. Yeah, so I think that it plays a crucial role.
And what would you recommend for other students to focus on if they want to learn IELTS?
First of all, they should learn grammar. Of course, they should learn hard, and after it, they can start learning IELTS.
Wonderful. And what was your expectation when you started learning IELTS? What did you think about?
Before learning, I aimed to get 7 or something like this, not knowing how it is difficult. And but I expected it would be difficult, but it's not. Indeed, it takes time a lot, but it pays off.
And what was the most difficult thing about learning English in general?
Everything was difficult in the beginning for me. Not only English, I had to work with my confidence and the personality. In the beginning, I was afraid of talking in English.
Good. And how did you overcome this feeling? Fear?
My friends and all of the members of Let's Learn helped me a lot, like speaking. When I came to Let's Learn, I was afraid of speaking, and I didn't have any confidence, and I didn't know how to communicate with people in English.
How many times have you thought of giving up learning IELTS or grammar or whatever?
3 times. In the beginning, when I took the first exam, I failed it and I thought about giving up. And then when I failed the exam gerund infinitive, I also thought about giving up. And then the last topic, articles. It was like 500 rules, and I didn't know how to learn all of them. And I thought that giving up would be the best option for me. But I didn't. Yeah.
What pushed you up?
So I think that the thing that pushed me that I loved English very much and I respected my group mates so much. And I thought that I've been learning with them for a long time, and giving up would be like a little bit, say, dull decision. So I thought that I would prefer to continue rather than having nothing.
And when did you start your journey? I mean, with Let's Learn.
Well, actually, I started from the very beginning, from present simple, which was the simple, grammar, and now I received my certificate.
And what do you think you gained much?
Well, I would say knowledge that and experience that I got, just important. And this is something that pays off. I mean, if I enter the university, I would say this would be the most thing that this would be the beneficial thing that I have for me, like forever, and I will never forget all those days that I spent together with my group mates and with my team, with my teachers, who are just wonderful.
What are you doing in order to master this skill?
Well, I'm practicing with my friends, group mates, and I'm trying to speak more with my teacher.
Wonderful, great. And how long a day do you practice English?
Well, actually, all of my free times I separate for my English studies in order to be a master in IELTS. And I think about 6 hours in a day.
You're still learning IELTS, right?
Yes.
What is the most difficult part if you're learning English? I mean IELTS.
IELTS for me, one of the most challenging is reading and speaking, because in speaking I have some points, but I always make some grammar mistake, like present simple or something else. But in reading, 2 years ago, I can say that I hated reading books, and now I started reading some topics and books in order to improve my reading skills.
If I'm not mistaken, you learned online, right?
Yeah.
Can you share the experience?
During the quarantine, first time when I heard about the quarantine, I was happy because I didn't want to study. It was a little secret. I didn't want to study, but when the teacher asked me to have online classes, she just offered us. And we agreed because it was just nothing. We had an internet, and I had access to internet, so it was not difficult. And we agreed, started studying. I used to enter to all her classes. For example, maybe 8 or 10 hours a day. We used to study together.
So, what is the perfect age for parents to let their children study English, or to encourage them to study English?
Well, when I started learning English, I not only got to know English language, English language itself, but I broadened my horizon, and now I have great worldview. And I would suggest for parents to let their children learn English from 10 years old.
How did you imagine learning IELTS in the beginning?
I thought that it would be difficult for me, but then I realized that if I work harder and do my best, everything is possible.
Okay, what did you get rid of in order to study English well?
Okay, I eliminate free activities, sitting with my friends and around my friend, and wasting time on social media, something like this.
If I'm not mistaken, you studied online, right, in the beginning?
Yes.
Were you ready to study online?
In the beginning, I was participated in another group, previous IELTS group, but it was challenging for me.
And how much is the role of your group mates in your learning procedure?
Well, I think a lot, because I have been in a good number of difficult situations when they helped me a lot. Because sometimes I was stressed, and when I just started talking in English, they just pushed me. They said that I can be the best speaker, and now I can speak fluently and flawlessly.
And how many hours a day did you practice? I mean, did you study? Because some students study only 2-3 hours a day.
Well, I would say just practicing and doing every single stuff. I mean, every single day, coming from, early morning at 8 o'clock. I mean, before even my teacher came, and going home after, maybe 6 hours, and just practicing a lot with your team or with guys that are always ready to help. This is something that will pay off in the future. So I would say practicing as much as the person can.
What would you recommend to other students who want to start IELTS?
First of all, IELTS requires from you grammar, because in order to speak and write beautifully, you should know grammar.
And how many times have you wanted to give up learning IELTS?
Well, to tell the truth, maybe 2 times, since it was really difficult for me, like, to communicate with my team, like with my group mates, and just speak in English, because I had a lot of mistakes in grammar, and I just didn't want to speak at the beginning.
But now it's fine.
Yeah, I used to speak, and just my group mates are supporting me. And
what's your strongest point?
Actually, I can't say that I am done, because I am working on myself. If the person says I am done, that person is dead. So I would say that maybe my speaking is better than other skills, because I can just freely speak. I don't think that is difficult. And if we are just confident, if we trust in ourselves, we can just speak. So maybe it is my greatest point.
What pushed you? Why did you start learning IELTS?
In the beginning, I thought about my future, my goals, which I want to achieve in the future. But after starting learning English, I just recognized that it's not as a matter of fact whether I have goal or not, but I started to increasing my knowledge, and I got to know that English is crucial for our life, and I was so engaged in it, and I have never thought about giving up.
What would you say to future IELTS students?
Just be confident and believe in yourself. If you have any difficulties in your life, you will be perfect with mistakes. For this reason, don't be afraid, and believe in yourself, and study hard. It will pay off in the future.
I would recommend you should be prepared for examination, because the common recommendations are do listening every day, practice, learn some new words. Don't do that. Learn English like something interesting. You should learn it like your life, something like this.
Actually, I haven't got my certificate myself, but I would suggest them to learn vocabulary, because I feel difficulties with this very thing, and it's of utmost importance while doing reading or listening.
What helped you much?
Support. Maybe my teachers and my family members, especially my mom, who helps me. Till now, she helps me a lot, and whenever I have some ups and downs in my life, and in studies or whatever, she just supports me. And of course my teacher, who is staying in front of me, they're wonderful. My team, who supported me and who still supports me actually, but we see one another a bit rare than we used to.
Good. And what are your advices for future students?
Advices? I would say for sure they will have some ups and downs and some failures maybe. They should try to overcome them and try to work as hard as possible, because getting out of a comfort zone that might help. For instance, if they have some difficulties with reading, for instance, they might practice, but not only practicing will help. It's just something that we should feel and do as much as we can.
Thank you very much. What do you think is more important, to find a good teacher, to find a good team, or to find good material?
Maybe to find a good teacher, because if the teacher doesn't know the subject, how the person will master that subject or maybe language. So I think that teacher is one of the utmost importance.
How important is certificate? What do you think is important in learning IELTS? The certificate itself or what?
Actually, certificate, it is not a beneficial thing for me, but the knowledge is more beneficial than certificate. But without certificate, you are not able to prove that you know that, because it's government, something like this.
Requirements.
Yes.
Advices for future students after getting the certificate.
It's not a matter of getting certificate, it's just a matter of knowledge. When we know, certificate is just nothing, it stays on the paper, it's just nothing. But when we have knowledge in our brain, it is the power. So keep going on, keep studying. Don't think that you are done with the certificate. So I would just recommend them to study, to keep going on, working on themselves.
Well, guys, what are you doing next? Enter to the university probably. Currently I'm studying math, and for my future, of course, I want to enter the tourism university. Because
but you wanted to enter the Webster, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, Webster in Westminster, but my dad didn't allow me, so yeah. Now I changed my mind.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
How about you?
I don't want to give up because I've got 6.5, but I'm not quite satisfied with my results. But maybe inshallah in a month I will retake one more time and hopefully I will get 8.5.
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah, inshallah.
Good luck to you.
Why not? How about you?
Well, I think that 6.5 is enough for me, and I'm gonna continue with other subjects such as math and Arabic. Like after English, I'm keen on learning language, so I think that I will learn Arabic next. And then next year, I'm gonna enter the Webster University and continue my studies there.
Great.
Inshallah, great.
As I haven't taken an IELTS with you guys, I'm going to take it in 2 months when with another group, and inshallah we will grab the highest score like you did.
How is the life there without us?
Well, actually, it's quite boring without you guys, and I wish we could study together again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching.
Don't forget about us.
Thanks a lot. Bye. Bye.